Hello, welcome to Maker Studio. Good morning. I am Cheryl and I create over on the Home of My Making Facebook page, but I'm here this morning. I want to show you a quick and easy project using a Maker Studio's paint and stencils and pairing them with Dollar Tree surfaces. So let me get started. I had gone to the Dollar Tree and I picked up two surfaces. One of them is like a door hanger type of decor piece, and the other one is a wooden oval. So remember, this is from the Dollar Tree. They pair well, the surfaces pair well with a Maker Studios product. So as you hop on, let me know where you're watching from. And don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial, and you will be in the drawing for this stencil. So the stencil that I'm going to be using today is called Food is My Love Language. So that is definitely true to me. If you've ever come to my house or been around me, food is definitely my love language. I love to cook and it's very relaxing for me. I know everybody always says, how can cooking be relaxing? But it is when you like to do it. So I'm going to be using this stencil. Also, don't forget, tag 3 friends and share this video and you will be in the giveaway for this particular stencil. But let me show you what I'm going to do first. So I'm going to take this wooden decor piece that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to divide it in half. I'm going to take a piece of tape that is easily removable from the wood. I'm going to divide it in half, and then I'm going to take some of the Amy Howard at home one-step paint that is available on the Maker Studio website. There's like over 30 colors of the one-step paint. So they come in these little 4-ounce containers. They're the sample pots. It is a chalk-based paint, so it dries very quickly. So I'm going to start with, the first thing I'm going to use is, and I always like to put them in just a little container because I'm a messy painter, just so that I don't, get this all goopy. But this one is Midnight Dreams. I love the blue, deep blue color of this. So one-step paint doesn't always mean one coat. Basically what it means is one step. So there will be no like priming and sanding and anything. You could just apply it to your clean surface. So I am working away from the tape because I just want to get it on the bottom half. So sometimes when you're working with the one-step paint, you do have to do 2 coats. Again, it's one step, not one coat, but it does dry pretty quick. And for this particular project, because I am on a live, I am going to hit it with a heat gun because I'm going to need 2 coats of this Midnight Blue one-step paint. Now normally you would walk away for like 20 minutes and that would be dry. Because it's a water-based paint, it would dry just in time. But I am going to hit it with the heat gun so I could go right to my second step or my second coat. I just love this color. I love the richness of the blue, and so I have this color in my decor, so this is going to go great in my kitchen. Okay, I'm going to do the second coat, and that'll cover it. There'll be no marks on it, no streaking or anything. So that's the second coat that I got on there, and that's exactly what I wanted it to be. Okay, so I'm going to put that away. Let me close up your containers. Because these are a water-based product, even if you're working out of the container, go ahead and close them up because they are water-based and they can tend to dry if you leave the container open. So I am going to pull this off. I am going to hit it again with the heat gun to dry it. And like I said, it dries really, really quick. And you could omit this step if you were at home. You would just do it in different timings because you can get up and walk away. So what I'm going to do, now I'm going to take the other side. This does have a hanger on it. You could take it off and paint it and then put it back on. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just going to take it off. I'm just going to take the one knot off, and then this way I can paint around the holes. Again, remember I got these at the Dollar Tree. And if you're just hopping on, don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial, and you will be in the giveaway for the Food is My Love Language stencil. This is such a fabulous stencil too, because it has a bunch of different words on here, and it's got a lot going on, and then you have these little descriptive food words like olives, nuts, salty, foodie that you can apply on other kind of projects. But this is a project that I'm just using Dollar Tree surfaces. So again, I'm going to use the one-step paint in the Bauhaus buff that I had transferred to another container. Let me get a little paper towel under here. Now I'm going to do the other side of it. So I did the bottom half, the Bauhaus, the bottom half, the Midnight Dreams, and then the top I'm going to do the Bauhaus buff. So again, I put a piece of tape there once the blue paint was dried so that I can now paint up the other side of the board. And probably going to need 2 coats with this also, but that's okay, because like I said, I'll hit it with my heat gun and I'll be able to go on to the next coat. Because it is the chalk-based paint and it's water-based, it does dry pretty quick. So check out the colors that we have in our Maker Studio store. All of the products that I'm using today, the links are up in the description of this video, so you could check them out. And then you could go see all the different colors that the one-step paint comes in. They have a lot of really pretty colors, especially now for spring. There's a lot of different purples and teals and very nice colors. So I'm just hitting it again with a heat gun just to get it dried so I can continue and put another coat on it. Like I said, you guys would just walk away, let it dry, and then come back and do your other coat. So 2 coats is going to give me the finish that I want. Because the wood surface underneath was light, sometimes you do even need 3 coats. But in this instance, with this Dollar Tree surface, I just need 2 coats. So I'm going to hit it with a heat gun again, just to get my second coat dry. I'm going to close up my containers again. Remember, water-based means they could dry out. If you keep it shut, you're good to go. Then I'm going to also peel that off. So here's what I have. I took the bottom half and did it with the Midnight Dreams one-step paint, and then I did the top with the Midnight Dreams, with the Bauhaus buff, which is the white. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So remember, I told you I had 2 different boards. Now I did, before I came on, just painted the whole back of that white. I just wanted the back white, but the front I did in 2 different segments. I did the bottom, the Midnight Dreams, and the top, the Bauhaus buff. So I also told you that I had another board from the Dollar Tree. I did go ahead already and paint that white because I need this dry. I need it completely dry in order to go on to my next step. So it's just an oval wooden shape that I got at the Dollar Tree. So yes, food is my love language. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Food is My Love Language stencil from this pack. So what you do is there's cut lines on this particular stencil pack because there's all different segments here to use. You don't use it in its whole entirety. So what you would do is, if I'm going to be using this particular stencil, I'm just going to cut along these little lines after I have taken it out of its pack. And if you're new to Maker Studio stencils, these are a tri-mesh stencil. Keep the sleeve that it comes in with this little cardboard. That stabilizes the stencil, and that's where you would store it. So tri-mesh. So what that means is, if you pull this off of the backing, the mesh is that part where all the detail is. Now with a regular plastic stencil, that is all open, so you can't get any detail in there. So these are adhesive on the back. That's where the tri-mesh adhesive part comes from. So I'm going to try to get this semi centered. So because these are also adhesive, if you're not happy with your placement, all you do is pick it back up. So with these stencils, you need to put them flush with your surface. Again, keep the backing that it came on, because when these are clean and dried, you put it back on this backing and then back into the sleeve, and that's how you would store them and keep them so that they're reusable. So it's just burnishing that down so that it adheres to the surface. As you can see, it is adhesive. It doesn't come off, so you don't need to tape it down. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of the Midnight Dreams one-step paint. Now I have a foam dome brush. So this is a rounded foam. I'm going to stick it into the little container. You can very well use them out of these containers too. I just like to transfer them to a reusable or throwaway container. So what I did there is I just offloaded it a little bit, which means that I took the majority of it off. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but you don't want to flood a stencil, and you could always go back. So what I'm going to do is, as long as I got enough on here, I'm going to start pouncing this. Now this is the one-step paint paired with the stencil. So you could use almost any of our products paired with the stencil, including gilding and including our etching cream, and it doesn't do anything to the stencil. Now, when you are using the one-step paint, it does dry pretty quick. So just be mindful of that, and make sure, especially with the one-step paint, that when you are done with this project and this stencil, you go and rinse it off. Now I have a water bath sitting off to the side that I'm going to go put this stencil into as soon as I remove it from the board. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want the product to stay in the stencil, because then it will impede it the next time you need to go use it, because it will be so see how that is? Beautiful. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to take my board that I have, and I'm going to put some hot glue on the back of this. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. Get that in there. So remember, I divided the board in half. So I'm going to put this right here, center it on this board. Now remember, these were just 2 Dollar Tree boards that I painted. So got that down. So here's what I have. A little sign that says, "Food is my love language." So I'm going to put the I'm going to put the string back on there, and I'm going to hang this on my pantry door. So it's simple and easy, 2 surfaces from the Dollar Tree to make a really cute decor piece. So I hope this inspired you to go out, go to the Dollar Tree, get some of your wooden surfaces, pair them with the one-step paint and the stencils, the mesh stencils, and you could have your own decor pieces. So I hope this inspired you guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to tag 3 friends and share this tutorial, and you will be in the giveaway for this stencil. Thanks, guys.